Diabetes is a global health concern affecting millions of people worldwide. While conventional medications are essential for managing this condition, certain natural foods containing triterpenoid compounds have shown promising effects on blood glucose control. Here's a research-backed list of nature's diabetes-fighting foods rich in triterpenoids. Apple peels, particularly red varieties. How it controls diabetes. The peel of apples contains high concentrations of ursolic acid and oleanolic acid, powerful triterpenoids that have demonstrated remarkable effects on diabetes. Research from the University of Iowa showed that ursolic acid from apple peels can increase skeletal muscle and brown fat, which helps burn calories and protect against obesity-related diabetes. The study demonstrated that mice fed with ursolic acid had reduced blood glucose levels and improved insulin sensitivity. A 2022 study published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology found that the red delicious apple variety had the highest content of ursolic acid, 248.02 mg/ml, and oleanolic acid, 110 or mg/ml, making it particularly beneficial for diabetes management compared to other varieties like Granny Smith. When consuming apples, it's best to eat them with the skin intact to maximize the triterpenoid benefits. Olive oil, extra virgin. Extra virgin olive oil, EVO, contains triterpenoids such as oleanolic acid and maslinic acid that help improve insulin sensitivity and reduce oxidative stress. A 2024 meta-analysis published in the Journal of Health, Population, and Nutrition found that olive oil consumption was associated with a 13% decreased risk of diabetes in cohort studies and a 22% decreased risk in randomized controlled trials. The researchers noted that EVU, which has the highest triterpenoid content, showed the most significant benefits. Another study from 2024 in the journal Nutrients demonstrated that triterpenoid-rich olive oil significantly reduced renal damage in diabetic rats, showing protective effects against diabetic nephropathy, a common complication of the disease. Including 1 to 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil in your daily diet can help manage blood glucose levels and prevent diabetes-related complications. Holy basil leaves, Tulsi. Holy basil, Ocimum sanctum, leaves contain triterpenoids, particularly ursolic acid, that help lower blood glucose and improve insulin function. A randomized, placebo-controlled, single-blind trial published in the International Journal of Clinical Pharmacology and Therapeutics found that holy basil leaves significantly decreased fasting blood glucose by 17.6% and postprandial blood glucose by 7.3% in patients with type 2 diabetes. A 2018 meta-analysis published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology revealed that Tulsi consumption significantly lowered fasting blood glucose levels and improved lipid profiles, particularly in older participants with metabolic disease. Holy basil can be consumed as a tea, 2 to 3 cups daily, or added fresh to various dishes. The leaves can also be chewed raw for maximum benefits. Fenugreek seeds. Fenugreek seeds contain a variety of bioactive compounds including steroidal saponins, diosgenin, alkaloids, trigonelline, and other triterpenoids that work together to improve glucose metabolism. Scientific evidence. A 2023 meta-analysis published in Medicina found that fenugreek consumption reduced fasting blood glucose levels, postprandial glucose, and HbA1c, a marker for long-term blood sugar control. The researchers noted that fenugreek seeds work through multiple mechanisms, including delaying gastric emptying time and lowering glucose uptake in the small intestine. A 3-year randomized controlled trial published in the Journal of Diabetes and Metabolic Disorders demonstrated that daily consumption of fenugreek seeds, 5g twice daily, significantly reduced the progression from prediabetes to type 2 diabetes compared to a control group. To use fenugreek seeds, they can be soaked overnight in water, sprouted, or ground into powder and added to meals. A common therapeutic dose is 10g daily. Mango fruit and peel. Mangoes contain lupiol, a triterpenoid that has shown significant glucose-lowering effects and anti-inflammatory properties. Research published in Phytomedicine indicated that lupiol from mango peels effectively reduces blood glucose while fighting inflammation that can damage vital organs in diabetic patients. Studies have shown it helps regulate glucose metabolism and protects pancreatic beta cells that produce insulin. While mangoes do contain natural sugars, the triterpenoids in the fruit, and especially the peel, provide benefits that may help offset the glycemic impact when consumed in moderation. Cranberries and blueberries. These berries are rich in oleanolic and ursolic acids that help improve insulin sensitivity. Studies have found that dried cranberries and blueberries contain significant amounts of oleanolic and ursolic acids, which have demonstrated anti-diabetic properties in clinical research. These compounds help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress associated with diabetes. Consuming a daily serving of fresh or frozen berries, without added sugar, can provide beneficial triterpenoids while also providing fiber that helps regulate blood sugar. Persimmon fruit. Japanese persimmons contain triterpenoids that help regulate blood glucose levels and improve insulin function. Research has shown that triterpenoids from persimmons exhibit hypoglycemic effects and help reduce diabetic complications. The compounds in persimmons work by enhancing glucose uptake in cells and improving the body's insulin response. Persimmons should be consumed when ripe to reduce their astringent properties and can be enjoyed fresh or dried, in moderation due to concentrated sugars in dried fruit. Bitter gourd. Bitter gourd contains cucurbitane-type triterpenoids, especially cucurbitacin E, which demonstrates potent anti-diabetic effects. Multiple clinical trials have confirmed that bitter gourd consumption significantly lowers blood glucose levels in both type 1 and type 2 diabetes. Research published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology demonstrated that bitter gourd extract improves glucose tolerance and insulin sensitivity. Bitter gourd can be consumed as juice, added to stir-fries, or taken as a supplement. Its bitter taste can be reduced by soaking in salt water before cooking. Fig fruit. Figs contain lupiol and other triterpenoids that help regulate blood glucose levels. Studies have found that the triterpenoids in figs help improve insulin secretion and reduce insulin resistance. Research has shown that fig extract significantly reduces blood glucose levels in diabetic animal models. Fresh or dried figs, in moderation, can be included in a diabetic diet, preferably paired with protein or healthy fats to moderate their glycemic impact. Licorice root. How it controls diabetes. Licorice contains glyceric acid, a triterpenoid saponin with anti-diabetic properties. Research has shown that glyceric acid from licorice helps improve insulin sensitivity and reduce blood glucose levels. It also has protective effects on pancreatic beta cells, which are crucial for insulin production. Licorice can be consumed as tea or in supplement form, but should be used with caution, as excessive consumption may raise blood pressure in some individuals. Incorporating these triterpenoid-rich foods into your diet may help manage diabetes naturally by improving insulin sensitivity, reducing blood glucose levels, and protecting against diabetes-related complications. However, these foods should be considered as complementary approaches alongside conventional medical treatment and not as replacements for prescribed medications. Always consult with your healthcare provider before making significant changes to your diet, especially if you're taking medications for diabetes, as some natural compounds may interact with certain drugs. By strategically including these foods in your diet and maintaining a balanced approach to nutrition, you can harness the power of nature's triterpenoids to better manage diabetes and improve your overall health. Remember to share this vital information with others facing diabetes challenges. Like and subscribe to The Pain Story, a digital pain relief hub, for more life-changing discoveries that could transform your health journey.